Hey man, it's Pierre Bourne. I'm here at Hotnewhiphop today, talking about some great things. Hey man. I was born in Fort Riley, Kansas. Stayed there for like 6 months. When I was 6 months old, my mom said we moved to Fort Jackson. We got stationed there. Her and my father, they were there, and then we moved to Durham, North Carolina for elementary school. And then I moved to South Carolina for middle school. I moved back to South Carolina for middle school and high school, Columbia, South Carolina. Through those times, like all that moving around, New York, like Queens, New York, I would consider that home, opposed to everywhere else, just because that place never changed. Like my grandma, she's been in the same house way before I was born, so any break from school or even before I started school, I was in Queens. My mom made sure like I was always up there, like any break, any holiday. So like all my influences are really like from up here, like even the way I dress or stuff I like or food I like, but I'm from down south. Before, video games, Game Boy Color, I would say basketball, sports, football. I love to rap. Like, that was like, if I wasn't playing sports with my friends, like if I was by myself, I probably was writing a rap. Yeah, as a kid. Right around the time when I was learning how to actually write. My uncle, he saw me one day trying to rap with his friends, and I wasn't really like doing a good job because I was little as hell. Yeah. But he was just excited because I really was trying. So he's like, just write it down. He's like, if you write it down, this is before Wayne was going crazy with freestyling and shit. So at this time, if I'm 4 or 5, it's like 90, it's like 97, 98. This is still the 90s. You know what I'm saying? This is real hip-hop shit still going on. It's ending, but it's still going on, like that real East Coast. Like, it still was going on a little bit. My uncle had Fruity Loops 4. At the time, I was like a video game head, so he would just let me play his video games. I thought it was a video game. So when I got on the computer and started messing around with it, like, I never really asked questions. I just like even with school assignments and stuff, I try to figure it out on my own. Like, my mom, she would say that, like, you don't really ask me to help you with stuff. And I'm like, well, it didn't complicate me that much. I figured it out. So just with Fruit Loops 4, I figured it out. And my uncle, yeah, because I'm teaching my own way. And then my uncle, it was still a new program to him, too. So he was just like, yo, he's better than me. Like, here, take the computer with you down south. Like, I literally had the computer, went back down south with it. Like, my mom was just like, this is crazy. Like, how does he have a computer? Like, what the fuck? She didn't get it at first, but yeah. Shit, when I first moved out there, bro, I thought I had a dorm. I did not have a dorm. There's no school, there's no, room and board. There's no room and board at SAE Institute. So I had to get an apartment. But I moved out there, I saved some money up, moved out there. I spent all that money on gas, like gasoline. I don't know, I figured it out. Now I'm sleeping in my truck sometimes. I mean, I got an apartment eventually with some of my friends, but they fucked that shit up. They tried to trap that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't move to Atlanta on none of that shit. I moved to Atlanta so I can do interviews and shit like this, not become fucking gangsters. I'm kind of considering moving to New York. Plot twist. I could definitely fuck some shit up out here. Ain't nobody out here doing nothing like that. As far as in the music industry, that's lit. Ain't nobody. Cardi B. And she was on Love and Hip Hop. So, shit. It's plenty, it's a lot of money out here, man. So, I see it. I ain't about to miss it either. So, that's why I'm like, I feel like I make the best music in New York. That's really why I want to be in New York. I make the best music up here. Like, but the thing is, I learned everything here in my grandma's house. Like I downloaded auto-tune in my grandma's house when I was 12. I Googled T-Pain vocal effect. Because in school, my teacher was like, anything you want to know in life, Google. Now you can Google. It was right when Google came out. So I looked it up, T-Pain vocal effect. They told me it was Antares auto-tune. And I downloaded that because I already knew how to download music. So it was easy, like. But I definitely I won't say I was down south and learned how to do this, that, and the third. I was really in my grandma's house, Queens, Jamaica, Queens, Farmers Boulevard. I don't want to, like, say too much, but I influenced somebody that influenced a lot of people that's rapping and singing with autotune right now. So, and I influenced them when I was 16. Like, I know for a fact. After I quit Epic, I stopped for a little bit engineering, but shit, niggas gotta eat. So, nah, for real. And I was a great engineer. I just really quit. Like, I was like, nah, fuck that. I quit Epic November last year, and the same day, Metro Boomin called and wanted me to come to the studio. Swear to God. Like, picture quitting your job, you're like, fuck, all right, I quit it. Now, what's next? What do I do? Like, fuck. You start panicking for 2 hours. You're like, I don't know what I just did. And then somebody call you, like, the hottest producer in the game right now, I want you to come to the studio. Are you trying to come through? And I was just like, I just quit my job. The fuck? Pick me up. I got all my bags with me, like, because I stayed at the studio. Like, I lived at the studio. There was a shower. There was 2 showers in there. I lived in that studio for a year straight. Went to the studio. We cooked up, made some hard shit. It was weird, though. It was like, it's like I met my twin. It's weird. Fucking working at that studio, when I quit, I went back up there to work with an artist, 5 a.m. His manager introduced me to K Supreme, Yachty's brother. He gave K Supreme some beats. And the next time I saw him in the studio, he told me Carti got on the beat. But I was confused. I was like, I gave those beats to you, bro. Like, why did you do that? Like, why? I was mad. Like, I was upset. I really was upset. And then he showed me the video. It was on Instagram. It's the video of him in the car playing Woke Up Like This. Of Carti in the car playing Woke Up Like This. It was too late. I couldn't even be like, I don't like that song. I like the song, but I was just like, I couldn't even be like, nah. It was too late. We linked maybe like 2 weeks later. And just been cooking up ever since. When we did Magnolia, that was like right before South by. And I thought the tape was done. The tape was really done because his engineer was mixing the tape, and they needed another engineer to record him, and they was like, come on, Pierre, come on. And I'm just like, man, I told y'all quit that shit, man. Like, it wasn't even that I didn't want to record him. It was just, bro, I worked that shit for a year straight. That shit'll fuck up your head. Like, I just made these hard-ass beats. Like, now you gonna record. Like, we got to get some work done. Like, and then I skimmed through a bunch of beats, and I didn't think he was going to like the Magnolia beat because it sounded different than, like, the Woke Up beat or Do That Shit. Like, just the bass line. Like, it's different. It's more aggressive. It's more angry. So I just didn't expect him to want to do that because we were doing so many cool-ass songs. But when I pressed play, he's like, nah, go back. What was that? Pulled it up. He went in there, and I was recording him this time, right? So I was like, yep, put my tag all on this bitch. Hell nah. I was like, y'all ain't gonna do me like Woke Up Like This. I wasn't there. I never got to send in the full beat. That's just a loop. Like, shit's a loop, 40 seconds. Like, I really want to start touring a lot. Like, this tour, yo, shit's been lit. Shit's lit. It's lit. Like, the money's cool, but it ain't even about the money. Bro, I wait my whole life for people to be screaming my name. Like, it's addicting now. So now, like, after I get off stage, I be wanting to run right back on stage and just keep going, like, because it's like, when I be like, everybody put your hands up, and they do that shit, I just be like, oh, shit. Everybody got their fucking hands up. Oh, I got to keep going. Like, in my head, that's what's going on. I'm just like so happy that they're not saying boo. Like, because, yo, people go through that right now. Like, people back home probably perform in front of the crowd, and they're like, boo, you suck. But it's like, man, I don't have to go through that. Like, when I go run on stage, they're like, yo, Pierre, you want to come out here? Like, it's fucking crazy. I'm happy. I'm just happy about it.